By the way, it's incredible for women too. It's libido, it's aphrodisiac, it's also by no means an erection-only thing. It's like most women by the time they're 25 have low testosterone, and women have more testosterone in their body than estrogen, about 10 times more. Now men have way more, they have 10 times that, but women have actually more testosterone than estrogen. And yet we think of women and estrogen, and sure, that's true, but arguably testosterone levels are even more important in women than estrogen levels are.
I'm curious about winning in life. You know, that's a subjective term, but I'm curious to you, what would you consider to be winning in life?
When you get healthy enough, you're more likely, if you haven't already found your thing that you're supposed to work on, or your ikigai, your sort of, I thought of this years ago before I realized there's a name for it, but I remember thinking, okay, I think I've got it. It's like right before I started Upgraded, actually. I'd just been in research for years, and I was thinking, I really just need to, and really as a planet, we need to just align in a way that we work on things that we enjoy, that add value, that other people are willing to pay for. And that's the concentric circle. It's like whatever's in that circle. And the healthier you get, the more energy you have, the more things that are in that circle, the more curious you become naturally. That's really it. It's just really coming alive. We need more people that come alive. And you can only really come alive if you're healthy physically.
I love that.
This is from a place of love because I wish I would have had this. My mom, when I was in my early 20s, was suffering from myasthenia gravis and autoimmune conditions and a lot of other things that doctors didn't have names for, and that medication led to surgery, that led to more medication. I was able to help her some, frankly, more than really anyone else. She dropped some weight, she was feeling better, and then she was just gone. She had an aneurysm and she died. And, you know, she had bone spurs, which means she had too much calcium in her body. You know, a lot of things that are just like very clear as day to me now and to our nutritionists that work in the company. And so creating supplements that absorb, the particle size is so small that once you break down the capsule, it's in your cells. Like it's like that last step of digesting food. It really is in your cells. So it goes, instead of this big, you know, if you're looking at this on video, then it's really, really small, and it's 1,000th of the size of a red blood cell. So it's getting into digestion. It has that electron driving force. It's getting in, you're absorbing it. And instead of 8 times larger than a red blood cell, and you're having to digest it. Most people, again, low stomach acid, they're not digesting it. They have that, or, you know, other gut issues. There's so many different ways to have gut dysfunction. So that understanding, I wish I would have had something like this. So it's, yeah, I will absolutely let people know how they can find us, and you can use the code THANKYOU20 for 20% off, just because I can. It's usually like a friend's code.
Can you say that again?
Yeah, THANKYOU20. So
Thank you 20.
Yeah, for 20% off. So that's good for your first purchase on the site. And really what you want to do is get the testing consultation, whatever supplements you know you need. We have a starter pack that pretty much everyone needs. Really everyone needs. We have fasting bundles. You can load up because these things really don't expire. Essentially, we say 3 years because we can't say any longer than that, but it's shelf stable for a very long time. You will go through them, you will use them. Friends, family, you know, other people need them. And then when you have your hair results, which, you know, you could do yourself, you can take to whoever does your hair, you can watch the video, it's very easy. There's a return envelope if you're in the US. It ships to many countries worldwide. And then you get your results via email. You just search like hair analysis, hair test, upgraded formulas, anything like that. You can call customer service if you don't find it. We have people in the US that answer the phones and email. So we have really good, you know, customer service support. And then once you get that, you book in a time if you get the testing consultation, and you have someone help you understand your results. And, you know, there can be some things in there that like you would have just missed on your own, like for sure. Like I've created a course too for practitioners or anyone that's very into their own health. They can watch and understand this too. It's only like 3.5 hours long. Comes with a testing consultation. I think that's the only thing that the discount wouldn't apply to is the course, but everything else. But the courses, we made super affordable. It used to be $2,000. I think now it's like 300 or 400. So and you get a test and consultation. So it's really about just arming yourself with this knowledge so that you can help, like, help your family, help whoever it is, if you're like that person in your family. If you're listening to this, you probably are. So that's the path, and then from there it's like we're diet agnostic, so we'll recommend, hey, you need foods that are high in potassium, eat as many as possible, retest, and here's your dosage of upgraded potassium, upgraded iodine, whatever else you need. Probably. Yeah, we have an electrolyte product, tastes really good, absorbs really well. We have a testosterone product that's made from, by the way, it's incredible for women too. It's libido, it's aphrodisiac, it's also by no means an erection-only thing. It's like most women by the time they're 25 have low testosterone, and women have more testosterone in their body than estrogen, about 10 times more. Now men have way more, they have 10 times that, but women have actually more testosterone than estrogen, and yet we think of women and estrogen, and sure, that's true, but arguably, testosterone levels are even more important in women than estrogen levels are. So getting that up, that product we're doing a clinical trial on right now as well. We've seen amazing early results where people have boosted their testosterone levels 30% in 90 days. So 3 bottles, 90 days, totally different life, really. That also allows men and women to put on more muscle mass, which later in life that will really serve you well, because the number one death in 70s outside of like disease is frailty, and people falling and breaking something and then they get hospitalized and then it's downhill. So that product is really experiential. You feel it.